Call me Fuego, 93 like me. Fire in the sheets, spending summers on the sea. Quedo, she throw away home. Bev Hill life on Rodeo.
Of death so far. The lobby is going to be fierce as we get into this. And of course, a huge shout out to our sponsors that are joining us along here for the PGI.S journey. It is Intel, Tumi, Zowie, and Perrier. So thank you very much here for joining us on this epic event across 2 months that we are going to be witnessing. Get ready. The lights are ready. The players are ready as we are going to descend onto the desert. It's Miramar, and we are bringing you Sims and Toby for all of the action.
Thank you very much, James. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to day number 2. It is ranked decision day. It's Group B going up against Group C. We have 4 more matches for today. We've already seen 4 with the North American guys. Thank you very much for sticking with us. A couple of little delays here and there, but nevertheless, we are on with it. We are on to Miramar. 2 games to start the day. Arguably, you can kind of weigh this one up yourself. I'll leave it over to Toby to kind of give his thoughts on it. Group C. The big daddy group, the big boys, the big players going up against Group B, which arguably...
all these teams, we're looking at over half. There's only 3 teams on the northern side of the center road. This is going to be chaos. Teams are plummeting in. Here comes one. Fuzz goes down instantly.
Yeah, I need to see if the call comes here. It looks like it has been with Idzy pulling in. Tiggleton's also been dropped. He's dead. The second player to fall here on the server. Looks like Lingdu just held back and waited to strike. There'll be no resuscitation coming through for Fuzzface either. He goes down. Wicked 2D. Happy point goes towards the side of Meta Gaming. We'll keep going through. We'll see how many more bodies fall on this wild rotation. As you mentioned, everyone from down south now needs to just go for a Hail Mary up to the north. The problem is when you arrive, Gen.G, Petrichor, STK. I'm looking at this roadside pretty much down south of El Azhar. There is a very strong, prominent position within those roads that circles do generally end. I'm going to hold for now. We do have a pull-up, Toby. DGW, FaZe Clan. Remember, FaZe have already lost 1 player, but ceases damage too. First person will fall in the side of Gustav, and now it comes down to a 2 versus 4.
Great off angle from Okori. Unfortunately, it does go down. Uber finds him. It's a 2v3. Oh, make that a 2v2 now. 8C Knight's now going towards Macau. This is gonna be tricky. There are still 2 alive. 1 knock on each side. Make the 2 on the other side. Here comes Sets around the corner. Finds Ace. We do still have 1 up, but no, ain't gonna happen. Milofo finds 1, and not only do they get the kills, but they'll get the reses back on up. As I say that, GEX are in the nearby vicinity. They've seen the knocks. They have a chance to make the push on forward. But Sparking, as you talked about, Sims is already up close alongside Wicked. They need to hold off, but in return, it's actually going to be Silson falling, and that's just going to make their eventual push towards the northeast even harder. Now, DA trying to hold off Oath from this rotation coming in. Smash finds Snakers.
Over peaks there, but the pre-fire is so much better. Raspu will be taken down by Sparking and finished. The completion of the point is done. Mert has to back off from this one. K9 in hand. I'm a big fan of it. Pio has fallen, though. Leo finds him at distance. How's that going to play of effect? Because at the moment, I'm seeing on my map that Inonix will have to move out of position to get the res. They are in a 2-2 split, given their compound is still in with the circle push. Time to make a run for infantry, all on the bikes and all Hail Mary. Trimsy, you better be aware of what's coming your way, my dude, because this valley that you're in, this tributary is looking prime for a position. Infantry lose 2, and actually they lose the rest of them. So out on rotation they go, down in 14th position. Necro will answer back. So Furia at least claw 1 back onto Metagaming of a bit of a reward, but Wicked's there to answer straight onto Necro. As I said, down below, southeast is where this fight's taking place. Meta and Furia, unfortunately, been side-by-side parallel for about 5 minutes now. Bit of a stalemate going down, but finally it will come to attrition. Norada, what do you see? What do you have? A Freak of Freaks have the height advantage. Eddie, though, do you have the aggression? Do you have the anchor to be able to push up to this one? Because I don't think you can take this fight clean.
He needs to get at 1 knock and then some in order for his team to get a solid push forward. Hansi is getting 3 shots on towards the teammate now. Now finally a cat does fall. Canaxi does go down in return though, Eddie. Can't quite connect on towards Hansi. He needs to get these shots connected in order to make space for the team to push forward, but it ain't gonna happen. Smash actually able to find EJ. Maybe that can help them out. Noatra is in the blue. Phase 4, it's gonna hurt. If you go down here, you can't get rest, but he will be able to get the Mets on up. Let's see if he's gonna be able to stay put. That nade is on the money, Eddie! Right on his feet, finds 1. Mitraleius down. That's elsewhere on the map too. They do manage to make space. They do manage to push forward, and now it's just 1 player left alive for a Freak of Freaks. Nothing you can do. Brew stays alive for now.
Finally, we see the fight unfold, or at least we saw the back end of it for DA. Mitraleius will be able to get the revive, I think, and be back on his feet. Oath going out in 12th position. Multiple fights on multiple fronts. Onyx finally puts the nail in the coffin for Meta Gaming. 11th position for them. 2-bolt actions on the side of 1PO. That's the second knock, remember. This will be a quick bleed out. Does he have a teammate within distance to be able to get to it? They'll have to rush this one. Loki's there. But he is distracted by players down low. Onyx will now follow up. You can see the nades are initially coming over to try and distract it, but GX are getting aggro. A little bit too aggro. They didn't remember about the players that could be potentially behind them. Finally, Petrichor Road, who have been holding down this compound for so damn long. 2 players within it. They are starting to push out. I'm a big fan of this. We'll see how it goes later down the game or whether they should stay a little bit longer. Luke 12 is knocked. 2 players from STK now unrevivable. Marco is in danger. 1 shot from different side will cause Icethef to maybe flashbang push this. We shall see. The heal will come through. The health will be up.
Yeah, I mean, Pyrrha has completely left the compound. Now they're falling back towards it. I'm loving the fact that they're being so proactive, not just turtling inside the compound. Here comes GX over the top. They found Gen.G from behind. Gen.G were completely focused on SDK on the other side. Onyx even pushed over, but this is a clutch knock. Leo ain't here. CC could have done so much more damage had he been able to stay alive for just a second longer. Even with him not going down, the fact that Pio would have had to focus on the south side would have been scary. Right now, Onyx, as you can see on the map on the right side, is alone versus the entire of STK, and he won't get any help before Pio and Loki are back here. Finally now, Pio able to peek over in this direction, but in the meantime, STK have been able to get all players back on their feet.
And let's go off. And I'm surprised, like, to be able to so forward of those 2 knocks that they've somehow managed to acquire the resuscitations. Banger of an A comes out from Halo. That puts Onyx. That has to be unrevivable, surely, because he is disconnected from the rest of the team. It now falls on the shoulders of Pio and Loki. 2-man band on the opposing side. If they're going to put the smokes down and go for this, like, I'll be stunned. Nope, okay, it's been denied now. They are in the open, though. They are easy pickings, especially for someone like Pio. The 1-tap comes in. Luke 12 hits the deck. Again, another knock. Slowly, this will become a bit of a problem, especially with 2 of them trying to loot him at the front. He's sending the vehicle. What? He's in the back of it. He's an absolute madman. What is he doing? Gen.G! This is insanity. Can you get the final 1? Pio's there as well. Is he in backup? The Force. Loki. What have you done to STK? You've just demolished them, and now Pio. Can he be the man of the hour to see this one through? STK have just been... That is a complete shock tactic to the system, Toby. That is disgusting.
I don't care that he just died. How in the universe did Shoot to Kill allow for this to happen? There were 3 players with only 1 angle to focus on, and they lost 2 in that trade. That should have never, ever happened. Kudos to Gen.G for throwing it up there and just doing what they could with it. They got way more than I anticipated, and so STK, I mean, they should have been 3 up at this point, maybe 2. That's unfortunate. They lost the cover when the vehicle blew up. I think that might have been what lost them the last player in the end of it, but damn. Mitraleius now with Nate. It's been a little quiet over on the left side ever since Digital Athletics got the clean out on this side. Now let's see. Nate's coming in. Brew will need the cover, but I'm not thinking that DA will want to cross the road, given the next circle here is going to go on the north side.
Well, that 1 nade, even though it's only a knock for now, it at least gives DA the information that they needed of another team linger on the opposing side, especially if they wanted to maybe try and build something to wrap down low. They now know, okay, well, we don't have the knock, we don't have the kill for it as well, so with the knock, there's more than 1 of them there. That information you should all be tying up in your head and constantly be keeping a track, kill feed logging, knowing how many's where, what position they're in. There's so much of a bigger macro to this. Meanwhile, Uncivil's like, well, I've kind of got something to play with here. Hopefully you boys can just knock the living hell out of one another, and maybe I get 3rd position. We shall see. But for DA and Bururam, who makes the mistake first? Who's the one that wants to challenge Petrichor Road inside the saloon? All the windows. Guns are up, arms are ready, rock and roll fortified to the 9s. It looks like DA might be the ones, especially with the vehicles at least. You would assume they have a better chance than what Bururam does, but the thing is, Bururam could capitalize on DA going first, and you can see they're all stalling. They're all wondering who's making the first mistake here. Which team's going to give it up for the greater good? And DA have the smokes down. DA. With the vehicles, you'd have to anticipate it, right?
They have to. I mean, also just the circle. They're sitting close on the edge. Buram has more space to move with. They are 2 vehicles with really dark smoke coming out of them. Not more than a few bullets. And then you have those couple of seconds until the car blows up. Let's see. DAR going full speed forward now. Here comes the first car. All 3 of them are on the move. Petrichor, they have Memo up on the road. He's waiting for another team, but they're actually wrapping all the way around. They're doing the exact same thing. Poor on Civil. He has all the guys coming down towards him. It's 4 4-man teams, but now Kanaxi falls down on Civil. Is trying to hold off here, hoping for the other guys to fight one another, but he is the center of attention for now at least.
Uncivil is forced to back off. All of a sudden, he had nobody. He was happy in his little corner. He's like, guys, please leave me alone. I'm a solo snake. I just want to live. But DA deny it. They do have to deal with the last person who blew around. He's just around the corner for them. But Smash has full eyes on the prize, on everybody that's just fighting at the bottom. This has just paid off so much for DA. Petro's losing players, Booraram's losing players, Booraram's gone. If they can now jump on this while the resuscitation's coming through, that'll be all 4 players alive for DA and a win in the bag.
This is the thing. Look at the wall, no windows. They know they had the players caught inside, or at least the vast majority of them. They knew for a fact if they wrap north around, they will be very limited how many bullets Pyro can fire on us. We still have 1 vehicle that's practically full HP. Yes, we might have 2 ones at low, but as long as the full HP vehicle drives first, that's going to be the tank. We'll leave the squishy ones behind. We will get to the other side. We'll take down the solo, and we will beat Booram to the rotation. Very heads-up play from DA in a situation where it could easily have gone the other way. And now, well, I mean, you're looking at Ixleft, you're looking at Mill. They have to run into the open. Those smokes are only going to last you so long. It's a 2 versus 4 with Mitraleius practically inside the compound already. I do not see DA losing this game.
You would anticipate this is theirs to lose. Ixleft, also known as XDD. We've seen him on social media, especially more Reddit, when a certain 4 versus 1 versus a certain FaZe clan went viral. Do you have the opportunity, do you have the chance to maybe do something now against DA? You would anticipate absolutely not, given their position, given the blue sea. I mean, it may even be a point where Petrichor says, you know what? We don't want to give up any more points. Let's just let the blue take us and deal with it, especially so close. I don't think the heal's going to pop it. It doesn't. Mert will grab the final frag. And Ixleft will go down. Digital Athletics. The Turkish team takes game number 5 of today. Plenty of kills in the bag as well. And certainly some much needed points to be put on the board.
2 absolute clutch rotations that I don't see many other teams than DA would want to make. We saw the first pull-up on MCG when they were fighting against Sonics. They got the flush there. They established a position on the hillside when everyone else was scrambling to try and go anywhere. They were one of the few teams that dared to regress on the hill when everyone else were fighting towards the south. They dared moving. It paid off. Second time around, wrapping north around, going over on the other side of the hill rather than crashing into the compound. That was the winning play. They knew if they pushed in, they could be the third-party victim. They turned it around to get it working in their favor. They get the win off of it. Great game for DA. Love to see it.
Mitraleius pointing to the badge. And we know the Turkish fans have a lot of respect and a lot of hopes and dreams riding on this roster. The Turkish scene is blossoming.